Hey, Miles here, milesbeckler.com. This video reveals the 7 key takeaways from the influencer segment of the Affiliate Summit West conference in 2019 in Vegas. Now, before I jump in, I've got 7 specific notes from yesterday's sessions. It was all about influencer marketing. And before we get there, I want to know, what is your take on influencer marketing? Do you think influencer marketing is here to stay? If so, say yes in the comments. Do you think influencer marketing is a fad? If so, say fad or no in the comments. So a little poll to get your take on this situation, because influencer marketing, this is one of the big kind of ideas, not my 7, but it's new. It's still very new. It's the Wild West. No one really understands exactly how it works, yet there are people working that model all at the same time. So this conference wasn't exactly keynote speeches, which I wish it was. It was several panel discussions. So it was people interviewing people, and that proved to me that it's a very immature space, that there's really not a one right way to do things. But I got 7 key takeaways for you. So number 1, the big idea of what is an influencer is someone who has the attention of an audience and the ability to get that audience to take action. Now, this is really similar to what we do as niche marketers, as affiliate marketers, but generally an affiliate marketer or a niche marketer is going to be creating value in the lives of others through how-to posts, through content that answers specific questions or solves specific problems. Now, influencers are a little bit different. They simply have the attention. It could be because they just take selfies of themselves on Instagram doing makeup posts or beauty and fashion stuff, and they're not necessarily adding value in the same way an affiliate would, but yet they still have the attention of the audience. And it's their ability and kind of the relationship to get that audience to take a specific action. Now, for influencers, it's not always to go for the sale, where that's kind of the goal of an affiliate marketer, is to pretty much generate a sale from that relationship. Sometimes it's to get a like, sometimes it's to get them to watch a video, sometimes it's to get them to subscribe to another channel. So influencer marketing is often used at the awareness level of the kind of strategy, whereas performance-based affiliate marketers are often closer to the checkout and closer to the money. This makes it really difficult to track the ROI for influencer marketing, where you're very, very clear and able to track the ROI of affiliate marketing because you can see how many clicks, how many sales, etc., etc. This brings us to the metrics. Big idea number 2 is there's a lot of varying metrics. And I think in this part of the world, the influence space, influence marketing is maturing a little bit in the actual data space. Data is becoming a big deal. And I would say that they're now transitioning from vanity metrics over to more tangible real world metrics. So what do I mean by that? Well, for a long time, it's been based on how many likes did you get, how many views did you get, right? The core basic attention. But everyone knows that there's a lot of people scamming those kinds of engagement metrics. You can go buy fake engagements and fake likes from, clickbot farms in Bangladesh if you would like, and that's not going to add value to anyone in any situation. So don't do it. And the people buying the influence posts, right? People leveraging the brands and the medias and the products, leveraging influencer marketing, they realize this is a huge problem, and they're now looking for better metrics. So they're looking for metrics like not just comments, but they're looking at the comment threads. How deep are those comment threads going? That shows a new level of engagement beyond simply quick, short comments, but where all of the fans are actually discussing that thing in the comments. That's the types of things they want to see. And the data and the technology is really getting around to be able to track the clicks, to be able to track how much engagement on the site, how many page views they got, how much time viewed on a video they got, all the way down to the actual sale. I think we're just maybe months or a year or 2 away from having very, very good attribution, the same type of stuff we use, cookie-based attributions, in the world of affiliate marketers. That is absolutely coming to the world of influencer marketing, because all the brands and a lot of the companies are afraid they're going to waste money on engagements, and that's not going to hit the bottom line. And the CEO and the CFO and the people who run the books, they need to see 10 grand out. They need to see a good volume of revenue come back in, and not just social engagement. So the metrics are evolving for sure. Now, one of the big ideas for someone who's creating an influence-based platform is the idea of what are your core things? What are you known for? And we talk a lot about a niche in the world of affiliate marketing. So it's the same in influencer marketing. And they said that you really need to get known for 3 to 5 different things. And a lot of the influencers that they were talking to were in the fashion and the beauty space. And they have very, very consistent types of posts that they put up over and over and over, and their audience has grown to love these types of posts. Now, on a YouTube channel, you can think of your channel as, a channel, like a television channel, and on that channel, there's different shows, right? So for me on this channel, I have the channel of Talking Head, sharing you ideas. I have the channel of me actually showing you click by click what to do on the computer, right? We go through the actual things, and maybe I've got a mindset channel, right? So I've got a marketing Talking Head channel, a mindset channel, and then the actual how to do things type channel. So that's what I'm known for. So as you're publishing content, you need to think about what are you known for that you're going to be able to kind of do consistently that your audience is going to grow to love. One of the examples was Facial Mask Mondays, I believe it was, and there's a girl who tests out a new facial mask every single Monday. She puts it on and she does her Instagram selfies with it, wearing a different facial mask, and her audience has grown to love that. So now there's new facial mask companies who want to get the awareness of her audience, and they're able to plug into that which she already does to pay to do a sponsored facial mask Monday. And that's how she's earning her income. So even if you're in the fashion, the beauty, you need to find your specific niche within that, and you want to find the 3 to 5 things you're going to do consistently over time. It takes a lot of testing to find those. You don't necessarily plan this all out mentally before you start. You simply are observant at what gets good engagement, what gets good responses as you're trying different things. When you find things that get good engagement, good responses, keep doing them. When you find you're doing things that get poor engagement, get rid of them, because most of the algorithms, when you start to drop bombs in between hits, it actually negatively impacts your hits. So as you see things that consistently underperform your average, stop doing them and replace them with new ways of creating kind of fun and entertaining experiences for your audience on those platforms. Okay, so the next one is micro influencers are on the rise. Now, I found this to be really, really interesting, and the Jenners and the Kardashians were taking it pretty good. There's no value there anymore. Very, very few people are getting any sort of return on investment when they go with really, really high level celebrities, but they're getting really good return on investment with small micro influencers, people who are well known to a small core group or a small audience. They have a lot more depth with their audience. The Kardashians may have a lot of reach in what they're doing, but there's no depth to that relationship. Whereas someone who's got 12,000 fans of a specific type of game, right? They're a Twitch gamer and they have 12,000 followers. Those followers feel like they have a stronger relationship. I think you and I, right? I think this is a good example of my channel is definitely not the fastest growing channel here. I've spent a lot of time in the comments. I've spent a lot of time really trying to engage to create a stronger relationship than some of those gurus out there who have, 1.5, 1.6 million followers. They're not able to engage at the same level. So as you're growing, take the time to engage with your audience. Know that every little comment and re-commenting back on the comments, that sort of engagement makes you very, very real, and there's a lot of value there. On Instagram, there's the 10,000 follower mark was a big number because you get the swipe up capabilities in the stories, and that's one of the ways that a lot of influencers are driving actual traffic from Instagram. So that's kind of a good barrier, if you will, or there's a good kind of goal to hit if you're on the Instagram side of things, to be able to sell those swipe up type posts in your stories. On YouTube, they were talking about some YouTubers as low as 1,000 followers were able to start creating and selling merch, which was some things that people do. YouTube connects directly up with a merch provider, Teespring. You can get that below the videos. And then there's just several other ways. So It's all about the niche and your focus, and the micro influencers are actually looked upon right now as a great value from the perspective of the brands, which is really good for those getting started. And it looks like, from my vantage point, from what I took in, that the industry is absolutely shifting from people who have millions and hundreds of thousands of followers down to people who have hundreds and tens of thousands of followers, down to the thousands of followers, because it's more targeted. And that's what the brands want, is they really want to be able to target their exact perfect avatar. And oftentimes it's the small mom bloggers, it's the small vegan individuals. There was one case study, they did one brand was doing a lot of different types of influencer marketing, and they found one vegan Instagrammer who did wonderfully with a very small audience, and they did more of that. And that is there's been many different stories about how the micro influencers are actually returning better ROI. They're probably less expensive too, so we can put that out there for sure. Then we're on number 4 or 5. We'll call this number 5. Make a media kit and a rate card. Have an actual piece, like a PDF is what I would make it as, that you can actually send out, that talks about your different reach, your types of engagement, and the costs. And when an individual influencer has multiple channels, they become more valuable. So if you have an Instagram following, you have a YouTube following, you have a blog, and you have an email list, you are going to be inherently more valuable to a brand than if you have just an Instagram following. The other side of that coin is that when you only build on Instagram, you know that Zuckerberg is going to pull the rug out from under you on your reach at some point in time. So you don't want to be all in on any one platform. And the closer you get to being able to own that relationship with the individual, the more value you have to be able to offer to brands. So your rate card, right, that the media kit, the piece that says how much you're going to charge for the different pieces or the different aspects or access to the different segments of your audience, that's how we best say that, is really going to be different from if you just want an Instagram image post. If you want an Instagram video, it's this price. If you want an Instagram video and a story, it's going to be this price. If you want an Instagram story and a YouTube video, it's going to be this price, which leads us into that pricing discussion. No one was able to clearly cover that, right? This is probably the biggest, most confusing aspect within the influencer marketing. So the true answer on how do you price is it's 100% negotiable. And really there was many questions about how do we price it? How do you start pricing it? I'm this size, what should I price it? I'm that size, what should I price it? And no one actually was able to answer that question specifically. So there's a lot of negotiation that goes on. You ultimately will just choose what you think the attention of your audience is worth. And some of the influencers based it on the fact that they're only willing to do 4 sponsored posts per month, and they have a target goal of earning this amount of dollars per month. Therefore, they did simple math, and that's the cost. And then they go market that cost. So if they wanted 10 grand a month and they're only willing to do 4 posts a month, that's $2,500 per post is what it costs to reach their audience. That was one way that they worked out the numbers, because it is actually very subjective, if you will. So one place you can go, and this is one of the other bullet points, so we might be migrating on to number 6 right now, to get pricing ideas, go to tinysponsor.com. It's like a marketplace or a platform where influencers are able to essentially say, I have this much reach on this platform, here's how much I'm going to charge for that. So it's a good idea for you to get a kind of an understanding of what the value is for your audience's attention. But ultimately, I think when you forge the relationships yourself with the different brands, and when you reach out and work and negotiate, you're in a much stronger position than simply listing yourself on a platform with your price. That's really when you know that your audience would love brand B's product, and you reach out and you make that connection to brand B, and they understand what influencer marketing is, and you help them see the value that you'll bring through attention. You can work very, very good deals. Sometimes you can work deals for a post a month for 6 months type contracts that can actually give you really good returns, but sometimes it'll just start with 1 post. And again, it's all negotiable. This is kind of the wild, wild west. And then the final one, number 7, is keep creative control. So when you land an influence deal where you're going to be promoting a brand's products, sometimes the brands will say, cool, we're going to give you the exact script, read this script. And over and over and over, it sounds like that is a terribly bad idea, because your audience is following you to get your attention, right? They're following you to get your take on things. They want your personality. They like you. So it's best when you work with brands that are going to allow you to communicate their product, to really kind of showcase what they want you to showcase, but you do it in your words and you do it your way. Generally speaking, you're going to know your audience better. You're going to know the kinds of phrases, the kinds of words that are going to match with what your audience wants and desires, and you're ultimately going to give them better engagement, more clicks, and a better experience when you retain control of the creative itself. So if you're putting together a deal as an influencer and they want to give you the exact script and you got to read it word for word, make sure you're negotiating that up front. Don't put yourself in a position to where you have to get off brand to follow their script. It's probably best to work with another brand that's going to give you the freedom to do you, so you can be you on camera, because that's what your audience ultimately wants. That's what they want. The brand wants to buy that attention of your audience in the way that you deliver it, but sometimes they think they need to give you the script. So make sure that's up front first, that you are going to retain creative control. You can always run it through them first to get approval before publishing it, but it's important to keep that creative control so you can kind of maintain your brand integrity, and ultimately that's why your audience follows you. That's why you have influences, because they want to hear your words, your take on things. So don't let that go the moment money starts to exchange hands. Keeps you authentic in the eyes of your audience. That's it. Those are the 7 big ideas from influence. I hope you let me know whether you think influencer marketing is here to stay or gone tomorrow. I'm undecided on it, to be perfectly honest. I'm glad I'm a performance marketer in the affiliate world, and I can track everything. I'm glad I create products and create value in the lives of my audience, because that is not a fad. I guarantee you that. Is influencer marketing a fad? We don't know. You'll let me know what you think in the comments. I'll catch you on the next video. I've got at least one more video update from day 3, which I'm about to go launch out on right now. I'm going to see Ryan Dice from Digital Marketer talk today at Affiliate Summit West, so I'll keep you updated on those. I'm running stories right now on YouTube, so check out my stories. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, engage, do what you do. I'll catch you on the next video. I've got 3 videos a week coming out, so I got 1 more left this week. Cheers. I'll catch you soon.